So just bright-minded, immediate-minded, just hanging out, feeling into the experience of having a body arising in awareness. Sit here bright-minded, immediate-minded, and also maybe feel the desire arise that our emanation, our place in this world, will be of skillful means for the benefit of all beings. And us coming here together is such a beautiful expression of that. As usual, let's have the habitual mind with a little m. Just open up a little, just step aside a little, subside a little. So background awareness that usually shimmers in the background or is so easily overlooked. This knowingness arises, this directness arises. And then we can actually perceive this field of awareness, right? And which is in principle our only actuality. And then we could nearly say, oh, it's the only actuality that we have. Well, we can't even have it because we are it. And then we metabolize and let a text like this resonating in this beingful recognition of our timeless awareness, our beingness. So a beingful text like this can only resonate within that shimmering immediacy of what I just mentioned, the co-arising of the gnosis and of experience or phenomena, and the phenomena now being the resonance of the beautiful direct expression of Longchenpa, who is maybe the most clear of anyone in the history of Dharma teachings, mankind. And as usual, I say I might be a little biased, and obviously don't know all the texts that humans have provided to us, but let's just enjoy this. So here goes Longchenpa. As you integrate your mind and the functions of the mind into primordial awareness. Let's take a breath right there. So first, I asked, have it step aside, so timeless awareness, the gnosis, the knowing of being may come forth. I am aware that I'm aware, in simple terms. And now we just integrate the mind. Yeah, of course it will heal in that immediacy of the shining of that light. And in that movement of integrating our mind and the functions of the mind into primordial awareness, the consciousness of your mind becomes more and more liberated. Yeah, just sit back and let liberation happen. Basically, the only thing we have to foster is the continuity of non-distraction. Yeah, so let's do that for another 30 minutes or so, right? You should not let your awareness either be too tight and constricted and neither too loose and fuzzy. Allow the external and internal conceptions to arise within the awareness field. And allow the practice of direct perception, direct knowingness, direct gnosis, to self-release the experiences. So we don't fall into our experience, just really loose, yet not too loose. The not too loose is the non-distraction, and the more loosey part is allowing them to liberate, as it's called. Yeah? Dissolve, but liberate. The liberation aspect of the dissolving is where they metabolize and transform into their most pure condition, yeah, and into their most beautiful capacity. By practicing the natural release into the awareness field of the conflictive affective states, you will begin to work within the innermost heart of awareness itself. And the power of innermost heart consciousness becomes completely your own. You will be able to transform dreams into states of awareness, as well as transform subtle mental states into states of awareness. And you will be able to transform energetic phenomena through states of awareness. And you will be able to transform states of awareness within yourself and others into the state of the awareness field. And these skills will be unlimited by time and space. Yeah, that is not just some utopian promise. That's the actuality of the arising of the liberation through this gnosis as timeless awareness arising undistractedly. So now he goes on. When you are overcome by powerful fantasies, it is useful to practice chod-like practices. Yeah? Chod is the practice of cutting through to the cutting through the root of identification with self and phenomena. And then chod becomes very, tantric, and then there's the visualization of demons externally, but all these archetypes of dark intensity for the purpose of transformation. But we do more of an absolute chod here in Sochen. So that's, I think, what Longchenpa is pointing at. So he goes on there. When suffering from illness and demonic-like experiences, pull all such experiences into the innermost heart essence of awareness, and nothing will be left or remain other than the openness of the inner heart essence. So let's take a breath right there, coming to the immediacy of our beingness and of Longchenpa's pointing out instruction right there. So be really aware. And then the suffering of illness and demonic-like experience, let's say, whatever arising of an emotional tremor in the field is within you. Maybe it's pretty relaxed, but we all have usually some residual somatic resonance, some embodiment of an historic emotional shimmer, right? So let's have awareness be really explicit in the heart essence. So let's feel into our hearts. Let that heart essence really shimmer. And just bring in any little bit of emotional resonance, or maybe it's a particular difficult day for you today, well then it's really great. Then let whatever is arising as difficulty today to resonate in your heart essence. And then, as he says, nothing will be left or remain other than the openness of the inner heart essence. So here, let's have that just happen, and as he said, it will happen by itself. Just don't be distracted. Natural breath and energy, natural heart and mind. Let any difficult mind state or historic reverberation of it arise in the innermost heart essence. Your heart essence doesn't need to be as tiny as a little heart in your chest. Maybe your heart essence is radiating beyond the confines of your anatomy. Just heart radiance, heart essence, and the simultaneous healing metabolization. And if you're already particularly soft and free, then this is just a practice for future difficulties to be metabolized this way. This is your practice. And by strengthening and habituating this capacity, there you already are, the healer of the world. Okay, and then he continues. So he ended with, and nothing will be left or remain other than the openness of the inner heart essence. You as a yogi, you could maybe have this as a practice from here on when you wish. And you can then identify, oh yeah, nothing remains, this shimmer of heart essence. And then he goes on, in this state of authenticity, you will become empowered with the creative energy, which is called tsal in Tibetan, of bare awareness, rikpa, right? Pure, timeless awareness. This is the potential energy that can manifest as pure and as impure phenomena. This means you can bring forth phenomena both in yourself and within others. Yeah, there's this direct expression of your beingness. So right there, the pointing out instruction of having that capacity to bring this healing forth in others directly, prior to words and letters. So let's take a breath right there, come into the immediacy of that pointing out instruction. And just flow out to everyone on this call. The heart essence of this collective of wonderful, loving intent. Yeah, timeless. Doesn't matter when you hear this. It's always right now. And in this collective resonance of this beingfulness, undistractedly between us, there is a brightening of the field and a brightening intensity of the capacity of the healing metabolization, in that togetherness. Now we get specific with some ideas, so take what you wish. Longchenpa says, before dawn, when your mind is naturally clear like the sky, allow your non-conceptual awareness to be shining. Well, that dawn is right now, the dawn of your awareness, of your timeless awareness right now. Allow your mind to be clear like the sky. Allow your non-conceptual awareness to be shining. Yeah? Let's shine together. He goes on, in the morning, in the oneness between active and still states of mind and awareness, remain in the self-liberation of gnosis. Yeah, that word remain in Sochen, or maybe all healing, non-dual practices is such an important word. Let's remain together, right? Even if you're a little sleepy, I know some of us are a bit later in time, you can remain simultaneously with sleepiness. Maybe you're bright-minded. Remain in this gnosis of your being, in this continuity of the shining of your heart essence. Then he goes on, the proliferation of this through our day. Then he goes, midday, develop purity of perception. Practice viewing all phenomena as the manifestation of light and energy, of oneness made manifest. We start perceiving all phenomena as the luminosity of timeless awareness, of the actual creative energy or tsal of our beingness. No longer out there-ness, right? We lose out there-ness. Yeah, that's his request right now. So please perceive all objects, all phenomena, all experience, the boundless space and the knowing as one unified field. If you shift into that perception, you lose out there-ness. Let's do that shift together with the breath. Yeah, no out there-ness. Yeah, one unified field, right? The space, the experiences, events, and the knowing, one unified field. Here, there, and in that, holding that capacity of viewing all phenomena as the manifestation of light and energy and of oneness made manifest. Then he gets serious. One more sentence. In the late afternoon, we call impermanence and death. Not just the seriousness of the ending of this body and these memories, but also all the little deathings of appearance, things arising and deathing back into purity. Just letting things just release, getting good at the deathing of phenomena is getting good at the deathing of our own ultimate departure. our own deathing back into purity. At night, offer your body in childlike experience. You can play with that, the insubstantiality of your body. And then at midnight, within the experience of unborn awareness itself, allow the projections and contractions of awareness to dissolve and go to sleep. Yeah, that's the little pact that we had here, where I ask us as a team of self-liberation, facilitating each other's self-liberation, to not fall asleep distractedly. That also counts right now, right? Not falling asleep into the daydream of your life. So here we connect and promise to not fall asleep. Allow the projections and contractions of awareness to dissolve and go to sleep. Then Longchenpa says, through these practices you will arrive at the basis of unconditional freedom. It actually says here, through these practices you will arrive as the basis of unconditional freedom. Yeah, that feels better. Not so subtle in its subtlety. Stay with us. 2 more paragraphs. You will gain the qualities of the wisdom eye and direct perception. Your bad dreams will become positive. Then you will recognize your dreams as dreams. Then your dreams will dissolve into the spaciousness of consciousness. At this point, cyclic existence is liberated into the state of unconditional freedom. You will have completed the bodhisattva stages and the paths of creative and fulfillment transformations. Thus, within this particular lifetime, you will become fully awake through perfecting the realization of awareness itself. How amazing is that? Yeah. Don't metabolize it through thought. Metabolize it to timeless awareness and kind of this transitional field of your who-ness, who am I in this world, is just as you are-ness, sitting in this light of timeless awareness and this creativity of Longchenpa, just saturating your mind space. And from there is a diminishing of negative mind states and a flourishing of positive mind states, saturating not only your life, but all those connected to you. this direct perception that he promises here, that will arise, and its maturation, the qualities of the wisdom eye, when awareness knows itself without the veil of thought or interpretation. Sound, sensations, and experiences are seen just as they are, luminous and free. And just feel anything moving through your mind space right now is luminous and free, while holding that simultaneous perspective. I know my being, and I know everything that arises in that beingness as luminous and free. So we can do all these practices, chod and tantric practices, but then here in the Sochen absolute metabolization, transformation process, it's not necessarily the progressive generating and dissolving. It recognizes that both the creative arising and the dissolving are already happening simultaneously within this natural state, this natural recognition. And there is the innate self-arising and self-liberating display of awareness. So this soul, this energy, unfolding and returning to its own nature in every instant, right? It's immediate, right? Everything returns to its own nature in every moment, in every momentless moment. Because when did this moment begin and when did this moment end? Notice the deathlessness in this little deathing process of liberation. Timeless, birthless, deathless. Last paragraph. Through gradual practice, the science of experiencing the heart of the matter will occur as follows. Your realization of impermanence will be heartfelt. Your mind will be focused. You will feel remorse for negative behavior, renounce suffering, and develop compassion, direct perception. I lost my place. One more time. You will feel remorse for negative behavior, renounce suffering, and develop compassion. Direct perception or direct knowingness will arise, along with deep respect and gratitude for your teachers. An impartial realization will unfold. You will become spaciousness, unbound, free from the subtle fixing of experience into things. And you will experience the multidimensionality of phenomena. And this gratitude for teachers, great. This sequence of parents, ancestors, loving beings, teachers, but also gratitude for that shimmering potentiality of wisdom and love right within you, arising right now in every moment as the guru within, as ultimate potentiality of skillful means, as you, as the teacher of this world. please pay attention to your own boundless loving potentiality. This world needs you. And just keeping your mind like this right now, undistractedly, from momentless moment to moment, is the liberation of the world. And don't leave yourself out of this equation. Being liberated while being the liberator. Undivided. And then all there is left is thank you. Let's metabolize that for a couple of minutes. Just let it resonate. Natural body, natural breath and energy, natural heart and mind, natural allowing of experience and phenomena to arise and liberate without contracted elaboration. Be free wherever you are. I'm around if you want to be in touch, just reach out. Okay, now I will read the last 2 paragraphs of the basic space of phenomena, of the book Basic Space of Phenomena, which some see as Longchenpa's most quintessential text, and he ends it with, by this virtue, may all beings without exception effortlessly reach the primordial ground. May they become spiritual rulers who spontaneously accomplish the 2 kinds of benefit, dwelling on the level of Samantabhadra without transition or change. In all directions may there be well-being, splendor and wealth, so that everything that is wished for is spontaneously accomplished as though in a pure realm. May the drum of spiritual teachings resound and the victory banner of liberation be raised. May the sacred teachings never wane but spread and flourish. This text, entitled The Precious Treasury of the Basic Space of Phenomena, composed on the slopes of Gangri Tokar by a yogin of the most sublime spiritual approach, Longchenpa, is now completely finished. Good fortune, good fortune, good fortune. Thank you, thank you. You being here is not a small thing. Yeah, good to see you. Sleep well tonight. Let's stay awake while we fall asleep. It's a very healing capacity to start getting agency in our sleep. If you awaken in your sleep, recognize your beingness. Be well. Good night.